Hello and welcome to AskDrSham. In this video, I will be summarizing the causes of bowel obstruction. If you find it useful, then make sure you leave me a comment. So bowel obstruction is either a functional or mechanical obstruction of the bowel. So what that means is that the bowel is prevented from doing its normal function, which is moving bowel products down through the bowel. Now this can occur at two stages. It can either occur at the small bowel or it can occur at the large bowel. Now, small bowel obstruction is much more common than large bowel obstruction. When we think about the causes of bowel obstruction, we want to think about extraluminal causes or extrinsic causes, so stuff outside the bowel. Then you've got intrinsic causes, which are within the bowel wall, and then you've got intraluminal causes, which are within the lumen of the bowel. Now, when it comes to small bowel obstruction, the extrinsic causes are more common. So for the extrinsic cause, the most common cause of small bowel obstruction is actually surgically formed adhesions. So adhesions is where the bowel sticks to the bowel wall, and this usually occurs after surgery. Even things like laparoscopies can cause adhesion formation. So when you have an adhesion, it can cause the bowel to kink, which will lead to an obstruction. And the common presentation of obstructions are abdominal pain, vomiting, constipation, and distension of the abdomen. Now, other causes or other extrinsic causes include tumours which may be pressing on the small bowel, causing a mechanical obstruction, and you can also have hernias which become strangulated. So when you have a hernia, normally they're reducible, so that means that they can come out of the bowel wall and then go back in. But if they become irreducible, it means that they come out, they can't go back in, it becomes really tender, and the bowel becomes ischemic as well. When we move on to large bowel obstruction is mostly caused by intraluminal causes. So intraluminal cause being cancer of the colon itself. Now that's usually a really late presentation of bowel cancer, which is why large bowel obstruction is actually less common. The other causes of large bowel obstruction could include stricture formation, which can happen in diverticular disease, and you can also get what's called volvulus. So volvulus is where the bowel spins with its mesentery, so its blood supply, and that leads to an obstruction, but also leads to bowel ischemia. So this is a really brief explanation of the causes of bowel obstruction. If you want to know more about or an extensive list of all the extrinsic, intrinsic, and intraluminal causes, then please check the blog because I go through it in a lot more detail. If you have any questions about bowel obstruction, then please leave a comment with a question and I'll get back to you. If you found this helpful, then please like and share the video, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. So if you do like these videos, then make sure you subscribe and you'll receive all future updates. Thank you very much.